The comeback Canucks have done it again yesterday. Down 2-0 to the Dallas Stars and winning 5-3. Today, down 2-0 to the Chicago Blackhawks and winning 3-2 in a shootout in an absolute barn burner of an overtime period. And admittedly, a third period which had a lot to improve upon. I mostly say that because the Vancouver Canucks had so many power plays in the third, but they were not able to do much on either of them. But, you saw him in the thumbnail of this video. We've got Elias Pettersson and Connor Bedard as the main guys out in front. And I wanted to give a big shout out to EP40 for this hockey game because not only did he decide to start making plays that looked dangerous and that almost resulted in goals, but I think now we are slowly starting to see him get that swagger back. I know it's every video now, it seems. We're talking about Elias Pettersson in some form. But Petey, despite the fact that he did not get any points in this game, nor did he get himself a shootout goal in this game, on paper, you might say that he did nothing, but man, was Elias Pettersson going out there and actually trying to make things happen. Now, he unfortunately was not able to get that. Connor Bedard, on the other hand, wasn't able to get that either. He was getting quite frustrated, it looked like, throughout the course of this game. That is, of course, our amazing YouTube stream moderator from this YouTube channel itself, Connor Bedard. And a bunch of the calls that Bedard had on him were quite the intriguing ones. I mean, I feel like he was getting really unlucky with the way some of these plays weren't going his way. And the fact that Bedard ended off this game with 4 penalty minutes, just an unfortunate game for the guy, but the Vancouver Canucks stood tall and they were able to take this one in a shootout. The game didn't start out too well, though, for Vancouver, as Ryan Donato ended up scoring the first of the night on the power play, as he tips an Andre Burakovsky drive towards the goal. It's a beautiful play. Donato sneaks in behind his guy, Marcus Pettersson, and Burakovsky, with the beautiful dish, gets it right through. Donato makes no mistake, it's 1-0 Chicago. Can't really do much about that if you're Kevin Lankinen, although, Marcus Petey, you gotta have your eyes on your guy. I get it, it's shorthanded, you don't have even manpower, so there's always going to be at least one free guy, but you don't want the free guy being the guy behind everybody on the back door. Making it 2-0 with just 50-something seconds to go in the first period, you had yourselves Tyler Bertuzzi, who ended up burying a bouncing puck as Sam Rinzel throws the puck towards Kevin Lankinen. He makes the initial save, but then, just like with the Ryan Donato play, Bertuzzi is by himself in front of the goal on the rebound, and he's able to swat it in. Drew O'Connor, not able to get to his guy. Bertuzzi is totally free. And then you had the 2 defensemen just standing around there as well, Quinn Hughes and his partner. So, 2 unfortunate bounces for Kevin Lankinen. Vancouver not having the tightest defensive play in the first period, although Chicago did have 15 shots to Vancouver's 13 in period number 1, so both teams were getting pucks through. There also were a number of penalties in the first period as well. Sherwood for hooking on Gritslick, Nazar for holding on Garland, Sherwood for roughing on Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi also got a roughing call, or a slashing call, on Sherwood. And then Evander Kane slashed Wyatt Kaiser. So a bunch of undisciplined penalties going on here. Sherwood, I'm not going to go out there and harp on him too badly because he was standing up for himself against Tyler Bertuzzi. But that was pretty much it when it came to Vancouver Canucks players going to the box. Aside from Tyler Myers in the second period, who got a holding call on Colton Dach. That was early on in the second. No goals came out of it, but the Vancouver Canucks inevitably get the next one. And this goal comes on the power play. It's Jake DeBrusk's first goal on the year. Finally, DeBrusk gets going, assisted by Connor Garland and Quinn Hughes. Hughes keeps the puck in at the blue line, sends it down to Garland, who's at the goal line. Garland then centers it. DeBrusk is right there. He gets a shot, and then he pounces on the rebound. So a double time, double tap, stopping power juggernaut opportunity for Jake DeBrusk in tight. Beats Spencer Knight and puts the Canucks up there on the board. This is when the tides could have really changed, because 2-1 game for Chicago. You have Connor Bedard, who comes streaking in. He receives a beautiful centering pass from Ryan Donato. He's by himself. It's Connor Bedard versus Lankinen, and Lank the Tank makes the save. The puck gets kicked away, and then, shortly after, you have another big stop on Connor Bedard. As the Blackhawks maintain possession of the puck, it squeaks behind the goal. Then Bedard on the opposite side takes a nice little 1-T there and gets stoned up by Kevin Lankinen as well. Almost right away after that, you have Max Sasson scoring his second goal in as many games. As the Vancouver Canucks play it back over, it's Linus Karlsson. He centers it for Phil Hronek, who walks right in, and instead of shooting, he goes one more time across the crease to Sasson, who's there for the tap-in. It's a beautiful, Sedinary-like passing play. And it's one of these moments where it's like, man, Connor Bedard almost scored like a minute ago. If he just got that to go, then it would have been 3-1, and Sasson wouldn't have been able to score, and who knows what would have happened at that point, but nah. It's 2-2 after Max Sasson ties it all up. Really nice play there. Third period comes, and this is where the Vancouver Canucks start to maybe get in their own head a little bit. I mean, they outshot Chicago. They also had 3 power plays, but they didn't end up converting on any of them. Tyler Bertuzzi actually did score in the third period, but it was called off for goalie interference. Kevin Lankinen made the stop with the puck on his pad, but then Tyler Bertuzzi was right there jamming away at it. Yeah, obvious goalie interference call there. Chicago then challenged for non-goaltender interference, but to no avail. It did not work. Vancouver had another power play, but they could not capitalize. And then in the overtime, this is where the Canucks really started to maintain control and play. Just some of the chances the Canucks had were awesome. Elias Pettersson setting up Brock Boeser from behind the net in front, and Brock ringing it off the post. You also had Kevin Lankinen needing to stop up a 2-on-0 with Chicago, although they didn't really get a shot through. It was more so Filipino falling and then doing his darndest to get back and interfere with the puck using his stick. It worked. Lankinen didn't have to worry about that one, but still, really desperate time there. And then you also had Elias Pettersson. Man, oh man, what a play by him. In the dying seconds of the overtime period, Elias, with a lane on the right side, just decides to cut into the middle, dipsy-do dangled by 2 Chicago players, and then try to dangle the goalie as well. It didn't work, unfortunately. He got stopped up. But wow, was Elias Pettersson looking a lot better. Was he driving play like we know a 100-point center probably should? I won't say that. But he certainly had a nice game today compared to what we have seen out of him the past 21 months, and maybe that's a low bar, but I do think that he deserves to be called out in positive ways when he does look good. That line with him and Garland, man. Garland was going out there and creating and passing and setting guys up. So much to like out of Vancouver in this hockey game, I'd say. And then, of course, we had ourselves a shootout. Everybody got stopped. Connor Bedard, Elias Pettersson, Toivo Teravainen, Connor Garland, Nazer, DeBrusk, Donato, all getting stoned by Spencer Knight and Kevin Lankinen. Really solid goaltending in there, but ultimately, it's Brock Boeser who ends up sealing the deal, coming in and just sniping one on Spencer Knight. Just a total clutch shooter. He's got it in the bag. He had a number of really nice shots in this one, but just couldn't get it to go. He gets the shootout winner here in the extra frame. And Vancouver ends up winning 3-2. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like button. If you did not, the dislike button's down there for you as well. Comments help out with the algorithm, so I'd appreciate it if you got involved there. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sign on, and bye.